When I first came in the Historical Society many moons ago, the very first person I met was this gentleman, and he was active then, and he's been active for a long time. One of the founders of the Historical Society, mainstay. He is always helping us out continually the best he can, and we love him and we respect his opinion. May I please give the Lifetime Achievement Award to Jack Buckley. You call Jack at 2 a.m. in the morning and, for something about history, and he'll bring you up here and talk to you for 3 hours. So, he's that kind of guy. Jack?
If your name been Jack, you have a chance. I'll tell you, it gets a little harder climbing these steps, but we had them there at the museum. But I miss some of you people. We just had the most fun there. And I'm going to make a pitch now for some help for that group up there now. They're really working hard, and I've got them to do this, and heal up. But anyway, we've got 2 or 3 different projects going. I even have one at home going. And I'd like maybe some help with that. You people can help in any way. I've got a lady's name here. I was hoping maybe she'd be here today. Mrs. Davidson, I believe was her name, from High Mare. Used to be a teacher. Now, Mrs. Davidson. Does any High Mare people here? Do you know Mrs. Davidson? Well, anyway, she was a 4th and 5th grade teacher at High Mare. And I have a story, I'm not going to share that here. Whoever's next won't have time to come up here and talk. And that's the reason I make a good historian, I talk a lot. I found out with people you have to ask questions to get answers to do history books. Okay? Now they're needing help. Here's where you guys come in. They're needing help at the museum, and that is the most important place in town. If you run a place of business, I'm sorry, but that we do a lot. They now do a lot for the community. I'd like to tell you about 2 different groups of ladies, 2 ladies. One is Beth Clue from Bloomington, Indiana. Beth came over looking for her great-grandfather, who was a revolutionary soldier. Well, we got the books out. It didn't take long to find him. He's buried up in a little flock. So we took Beth up there, and Beth was so overjoyed to find the grave. And she did a little extra history, put another marker up there by that gentleman's grave, his first wife. I don't know how he took that, but his first wife now is buried in front of him, and we have it marked as such. Now, Beth goes home, and what she does for IU is make discs for the legal department and professors. She gets home and she says, well, I'll tell you what, I believe we could do a little business down there. And I said, well, how are we going to do that? She said, I'm going to make discs of that home movie you have back in 1938 that was taken around Sullivan. We had it on VCRs, and she made a lot of those for us. She made a lot of discs for us. By the way, they're still on sale, cheap. Now, next lady I want to tell you about, Beth comes over about 3 or 4 times. I hope she's not knowing this. Anyway, the next lady I'm going to talk about lives in Canada. This, in a way, gets a little closer to home because she used to live in Terre Haute. When she came down for the first time, she said if I lived closer to Sullivan, I'd be in here and sleep in that bed upstairs, and you couldn't get me to go home. That's a true historian, okay? Everybody has a story to tell, we found out. I could come over here and start with this lady or this guy. They've got stories, family stories to tell. Why don't you write those down now? See, my kids got a camera back there going to add this to my story. Okay? That's good. I want them to know that I fought in the Battle of the Bulge, was wounded a couple times, come home with the grace of God, and they're interested in what happened to me. All right? Now, this lady in Canada, she said, I'll tell you how I can help you living clear up here. This is she got home. I said, how's that? Well, she said, I think I can make you a place on the computer, give you a website. I said, go to it. I didn't even go and ask George, she was president. I gave her go ahead. Maybe you weren't president that first meeting. I think you were, though. Okay. So anyway, what I'm trying to tell you people, Beth drives over here 2 to 3 times in the year. In fact, she's due now before Christmas. Then, the lady in Canada, first thing when she came in, she said, oh, I have relatives here in town. This girl's name's Kathy Larson. She said, I'm related to the Metzgers and to the, I'll tell you the other name after 87, you almost forget who you are. Anyway, what Eileen did, she got on the phone and called Harold Metzger, and he got down there in a hurry to see his cousin. It thrilled us to death, it thrilled them. Wilkie was the other name I was searching for, Norman Wilkie. She was related to them. Now, I've blowed off enough, but the point of the story, please, 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 somebody come and help those people. They can make this the #1 spot. Well, I think that's where it is now. I told Tom where I said, well, it used to be Jack Range's was the #1 spot, and then it was Thru's hangout. And as you look back, you guys can remember things like, I don't mean to look at one spiritual person over here, but all of you have stories to tell. Go down there and tell the story. If they don't know the answer, then you might wonder how the name Sullivan County Historical Society has a name on the RKO Historical Society place in Hollywood, California. There's a little sign over there that says Sullivan County, Indiana Historical Society. And they have pictures and things. I'm not going to tell you how we found that out or how we did that story, but believe me, everybody's wanting to know about the past, so tell them about it. Thank you.